Yo 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 yo.
Jess Hilarious.
Good morning.
And it's Friday. Hopefully you're having a great holidays and you're enjoying your time off. If you do have time off, today's show is about some of the best comedians we had up here, all right? Like when Bruce stopped through, or our favorite comedian, Donnell Rawlings, or Jerrod Carmichael. So today's show is all about comedians, and we'll get back to it in a little bit, so don't go anywhere. Happy holidays. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
It's a new day. This is your time to get it off your chest.
Wake up.
Whether you're mad or blessed.
It's time to get up and get something.
Call up now. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
This is Dee.
Hey, D. Good morning.
Good morning. I need to talk to my fellow lesbian.
What's up, D? How you doing, D?
Yes. How you doing? Now, Charlotte, Big Brother Almighty, what did the luxury size community do to you?
The who community?
The luxury size community, a.k.a. the Big Bag.
Oh, luxury size. See, I like that. See,
Oh, I love that too.
we was talking about what word should we use to describe people that are heavy set.
Instead of big
I like
bag.
luxury
So
size.
our size is a luxury because we choose food instead of drugs and bullying. But what we do to you?
Nothing. I didn't listen. Here's the thing. I didn't even know when Jess Hilarious was telling that story. I didn't even know the woman was a part of the big back community. I just said it sounded like big back behavior.
She is a luxury size sister, but here's the thing. I know more slim chicks that ain't got played than us. They don't discriminate.
Okay.
And then on top of that, he was paying her bills.
He was paying her bills. Usually it's the other way around. Usually it's the big back paying the bills.
He was paying the bills.
Listen, is big back really offensive, though?
And I don't like luxury.
I love the luxury size.
I like luxury
We
size.
choose
too.
food.
But luxury just means expensive, don't it? Don't mean big.
Yeah, it's inflation right now. Food is expensive. It's a luxury right now.
Yeah, luxury means bigger, usually.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
in a sense. Yep, luxury is big.
I like big. I think
Come
big
on,
back
Uncle
is cute.
Charlie. You're a mental health advocate. You can't put that narrative out there like we just all desperate. That's not the case.
Well, you're right. But I just said in that case, it did sound like big back behavior. And I was right. So is it a stereotype if it's true? I didn't know she was big.
They just don't like the term big bag. But luxury means extravagant living. It means opulence.
I like extravagant, too. Extravagant size.
It's not extravagant. Just means.
Oh my God.
Oh, that sounds big, though.
What about
Luxurious,
premium?
Extravagant, premium.
Yeah.
Premium size.
Premium.
Oh, that sounds good.
Just now you gonna call him 93 octane? Like
I'm just saying, premium back.
Premium back. Hello, who's this?
Yo, it's your boy Jay from PA.
Jay from PA. Good
Jay
morning.
from PA.
Hello?
Yeah, what's up, Jay? You can hear us?
Yeah, I hear you.
What's going on? Get it off your chest.
All right, man. I just want to let everybody know, especially the brothers out there, especially us black men, man. Go home, man. Go home. That overtime, it ain't worth it. That money, it's not worth it, man.
You gotta go home.
I'm serious, bro. Like,
What if
I
you
just went
need it?
through something. Huh?
What if you needed to keep the lights on at home?
Listen. Charlamagne, you know, listen, family is more important than anything, bro.
I agree.
Listen, for a year straight, I was working doubles almost every day. I almost lost my family behind this, bro. And she simply told me, she was like, yo, you just simply weren't there.
Damn.
So that's more important than anything right now. Like, I'm fighting right now to get my family back. Kids, wife, all that, bro. Like, and I realized, like, yo, that money ain't important. Like, you know what the kids miss? They miss me being there.
That's right.
You feel what I'm saying? They ain't worried about that dollar bill. The kids don't care about how much money I'm making. They gonna remember that time I spent with them.
That's
if the
right.
lights get cut off, they ain't gonna think about, oh, dad ain't had the money for that. They gonna think, yo, dad was playing with us with the flashlight.
Well, you don't want the lights
Go
to go
home,
off, but,
man.
Yeah.
but you're right. You got to make time for your family. Absolutely, positively.
Now doing doubles.
Family's
every
the
day,
most important
that's
thing.
Crazy, but yeah.
Yeah, like I'm fighting for it right now. You know what I'm saying? And I can't blame her. Like, it's my fault. I wasn't there.
But you know, you can't, and I don't want to. You know, you're putting a lot on yourself. But
Yeah.
you know, as a father, you know, the first thing that we think is we got to protect and provide means a lot, and especially in this crazy world where people have been losing their jobs, things have been messed up. So you just want to make sure that you can pay for school, you can pay for activities, you can pay for your house, your car, and all those things. So don't beat yourself up too much. But
Man, you talking about
time.
activities. This brother right here, he just want to keep some food on the table and
Right,
a roof
but keep
over his
food on the
head.
table, but
And sadly, sometimes that's all it
clothes.
is. The bed, that seems like the bare minimum but it's really not. It's actually a whole lot, especially what you saying, that you want to spend more time with your family, man. So I think we got to shift our mindset. A lot of times we think just being able to provide food and keep a roof over the head is the bare minimum. It's not. That is a lot.
That's right.
A whole lot.
Nah.
That's right.
Time is more important than anything. Like,
right.
I just switched up jobs. I took a lower paying job. I'm working third shift so I could be home with them all day. Like, I don't care about no money no more.
Respect it.
It's only them.
I respect
only
it.
them.
I respect it, my brother. Salute to you, man, and salute to being a stand-up man for your family, brother.
Absolutely. Have a good one, brother.
Hey, Charlamagne, can I get a book, bro?
Yes, send my guy a book, because he don't got no money. He don't got no extra money to buy another one. Send him a book right now,
Jesus.
Eddie, get it. Put him on hold and get my guy's address and send him a copy of Get Honest or Die Lying right now. That's the least I can do for you, brother.
I appreciate it, bro.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one, man. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Wake up, wake up. Wake your ass.
This is your time to get it off your chest. Whether you're mad or blessed, we want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Man, it's Anonymous from Savannah, Georgia, man.
Anonymous.
You don't have to be anonymous. You're on the radio, sir. You can just change your name. Whatever name you ever wanted to be, you can be right now.
Well, it's Anonymous.
All right, Jamal.
All right, get it off your
I
chest,
want
bro.
to get it off my chest, man. I just want to tell everybody, be thankful, man. There's a lot of people who are in a worse situation than you. So just be thankful, man. And if you see somebody, just be polite.
But see, I can hear the Geechee in your voice, right? So you come from the same thing that I come from, where your grandma told you manners will take you where money won't.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
But you know, you could have said your name. You didn't say anything crazy. You just said be thankful. Like, is that?
Nah, I just want to be anonymous.
Okay.
I always wanted to be
Everybody
anonymous.
be thankful, man. For real.
That's right.
Thankful, man, 'cause it's people out here who are in a very worse situation than that.
That's right.
Okay, brother.
People know that voice.
Hello?
Yeah.
What's up, Brandon? Get it off your chest.
Straight up, cut over, back up, the shootout.
Tell your man to be quiet for a sec.
Yeah, my fault. Top of the morning, how y'all doing?
Peace,
brother.
King. How you?
Everything good. So listen, right? I wanted to get it off my chest that, my lady, man, she go through my phone when I'm sleeping. And then, whenever I try to go through her phone when she sleeps, she's sleeping with it under her pillow, underneath her, and she'll wake up.
Man,
but the only way I
stop.
can go through her phone.
Stop. Why y'all don't trust each other? How about that? I don't want to hear nothing else. Why y'all don't trust each other? That's so corny. Y'all going through each other's phone.
Listen. It's not even that. I don't do that.
You just said you do it. You just said she go through your phone and you go through her phone.
Yeah, but I do that because she do it. But I'm saying I don't just randomly say I'm gonna go through her phone because I want to.
Sir, have you cheated before I got caught cheating?
In the past,
Oh, there you go.
Has she got caught cheating?
no.
Is this your
trying to
guilty
get even.
conscience? What'd you say, Jeff?
I said he trying to get even with her.
Man, knock it off.
You trying to get even with me?
Yeah,
Yo,
nah.
just knock it off.
No, you knock it off, yo. Stop going through our phone.
I just told you she go through my phone when I'm asleep.
Yeah, so that means you do it too. What's the tit for tat for?
He's scared.
Because it's like, yo, listen. Why she can go through mine when I'm asleep, but I can't go through hers though?
You just scared she gonna get that poom poom to somebody else because you got a guilty conscience. That's
Yo,
all
it's
that is.
Charlamagne,
Well, you gave her a
man.
reason to because you got caught cheating.
Yo, listen, I appreciate you guys. Man.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's DJ MV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We have a special guest in the building. He has a Netflix special that's out right now.
You're
It's called-
familiar with the old written law. Love your friend and his unwritten companion. Hate your enemy. I'm challenging that. If you simply say hello to those who greet you, do you expect a medal? Any run-of-the-mill center does that.
That's Donnell Rawlings.
In a
ladies and
word,
gentlemen.
Yes.
what I'm saying is grow up.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Hi,
Donnell
Jess.
Rawlings.
Hi, Donnell.
I love you.
I love you too.
I
Why
love
didn't you
even
read
more.
the scripture you texted me the other
Because-
day? You texted me Matthew 5:5.
Read it out, Charlamagne.
Happy are the mild-tempered, since they will inherit the earth. That's Matthew 5:5.
Welcome.
Welcome.
How you feeling, brother?
I feel very mild. In fact, I'm going to tell you, this is how mild I feel. I've looked at the careers of a lot of people, right?
Yes.
And some of those people that are super hot, that aren't that mild, they're not doing the same thing that the mild performers.
Are you talking about Corey Holcomb?
I don't use names. I'm not talking about anybody. I mean, we could get to it. I mean, it's not. Listen, I had a conversation with a very close friend of mine, and they said they knew that I was doing the Breakfast Club, right? And they said, Donnell, don't do it. This is what that person said.
Don't do what?
Don't do what?
They don't do what.
I'm not used to seeing you like this, Donnell.
They said don't do what they're going to try to do.
Donnell,
Salute to Dave Chappelle.
you've always been.
He said don't do it. And the reason why they said, here's the thing. You could say, I'm giving light to somebody that doesn't deserve light. Mm-hmm. I'm giving energy and pumping up something that doesn't have to be pumped up. Now, we could talk about the situation. I see that sinister, nasty, light-skinned look that you're having.
Nasty, light-skinned
you look very light. You look very lighter than normal, son.
Damn.
Like, you look like Letitia. Like, light.
Like a white man.
The thing is, I know it's your business as a fake journalist, as a media personality. You have to get to the bottom of this. You have to get to what people are talking about in the streets. I don't want to do that, but we can.
No, I want to talk about your special, Donnell.
Let's talk about my special.
And
wait, what's special?
A New Day.
No, what platform?
Netflix.
Not on the YouTube, not a podcast. Continue.
What's wrong with you?
I'm just saying, there's levels to this. It's apples and oranges. All right,
and that's what being a mile come and get you.
That's what we do.
Are you still in the top 10?
I'm still in the top 10. That's what we call, for the people to understand that, they're looking for clicks. This is called, in this business of, it's called charting.
Okay.
Now, there are a lot of shows on Netflix. And here's when the world, not just a podcast, sees you. When you chart. When my special dropped on the 27th, the next day it was charted at number 2.
Congrats.
Now, no. Let's talk about it. Don't try to congratulate. Go to the other. I don't need that.
I just said congratulations.
I don't want your congratulations. I want to talk about the facts.
I have a respectful question.
Before that, I have to answer his question first.
Yes.
The special dropped.
I didn't ask a question.
Right? You were getting there.
Okay.
It charted number 2.
Yes.
And it held on to number 2 for 3 days. It went to number 4 for a couple of days. Mm-hmm. It went to number 7. I'm not really sure even if it's charting right now. But to have a Netflix special to come out, as many programs that are on Netflix, just to get recognized in the top 10, it's a big joint.
Amazing.
It's a big deal. And it's the reason why I support any comic that want to follow my lead and be mild. You should do it.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. And to address that, here's my thing. All right, we'll say it. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it because I don't want to be messy.
Don't.
No, but I got to say this.
Getting into it.
It's in your face. You sinister.
I don't understand.
Your face
this,
should
Donnell.
be like, moo-ah. That's the type of you are.
I don't get this, Donnell. You've always been such a mild-mannered comic. What is setting you off about this situation?
The thing that's setting me up about the situation is being called mild. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you why. It's the same issue I had with you. For a person that...
What I got to do with this?
I'm bringing you back in when I want to. Mm-hmm. I'm going to pray for you. Dear Father, help this... All right. The point I'm making... What was the point? Can you keep me on track, Jess? What was the point I was making?
The point that you were making, why you don't like to be called a mild.
The reason why... And it's I said the issue I had with you. And I said, okay, just keep on trying to create the narrative that he's not funny. You don't understand.
That is not true.
I said at the beginning, let me say this. Let me talk to a comedian.
Yep.
You know the N-word for us, not funny and corny. As much success as you've had, and I know that you've dealt with naysayers and everything, and you could brush it off. Your numbers don't lie. It's still something personal about somebody saying that. And you want to say, F you. I know I'm not. And the reason why I'm going to say that, and I'll address this. First off, you got to ask who's judging me, who is saying you mild.
Right.
If that person is not on the level of what I've done, when you talk about what your mouth saying, resume, if you're on a level, it's not even fair for you to make an assessment of what you think my career is. Because I can do the resumes. And this is what I could do. Resume. You could say the resume. I know you saw scorpion balls. I know. I'm gonna deliver you some. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, who's judging me? And then when somebody's judging me, you're making a critique of me. What are you doing? What are you doing in your career? But sit back trying to shit on a mother. And I take offense to anybody saying not funny because I know after 30 years, that's not what the streets is saying.
I've never said you're not funny.
I'm not
talking about you.
He was.
It's always about you.
No,
It's always about you.
He made a reference
Do you
to
listen
something
to any of your
she was
mental health?
saying.
Isn't that the sign of a narcissist?
Yes.
Always bringing it back to you. It's not about you.
But did you open up?
Me.
Okay, go ahead.
This interview is me.
That's right. Donnell Rawlings.
A new day, a new dawn, and I'm feeling good.
But you opened up for him that night, right? At Laugh Factory?
What?
Oh.
No, I didn't. Okay, I think it's very petty for comedians to try to be critics of comedians when you're in the same field. Nobody does that. And I know the question is, well, what's up with all this comedy beef or whatever? And it's unfortunate.
Who got that question?
I had that question.
There's an elephant in the room.
Absolutely. And we asked every other comedian that comes up here that question, and I was going to get to that.
He asked
How do
that
you
question.
feel about the comedy beef and the climate that it's in? Let's take away a with a podcast who talks about everybody to get attention. It's comedian, what comedy is in right now.
I answer this way. It's two. You got to like
with the OG comics,
white comics, black comics, whatever. Like,
yeah.
The thing is, in our community, we feel like it only could be one black person on top at one time.
Okay.
Nobody wants to share the stage. They feel like Hollywood picks this person, but everybody can win. Everybody wants to be Batman, but it's going to be more Robins than anything. We're not supportive of each other. Very, very selfish. Yeah. Very competitive. But not the point of competitive.
That's not everybody though. We see with
I'm
Dave,
not talking to you,
Chris.
Envy.
Okay, sorry.
I'm talking to a comedian. Do you want to do comedy?
No, sir.
You can start like we did. We can do open mics.
No, sir.
I know you have a platform.
No, sir.
And you think you can do anything.
I said no, sir.
All right. Do we interrupt car show promotions
Jess.
like this?
Sorry.
Imagine me interfering when you talking about one of your podcast car shows.
I said sorry. Continue.
All right. But anyway.
Oh, my goodness.
The question is, we very, 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 very hateful.
Yeah.
And as bad as the climate has been in comedy, this is the common denominator with everybody that's been a subject of discussion from Shay Shay interview, all these names that came up. Yeah. The one thing that's common with everybody is that we all started from nothing. There's not a story of anybody's name is going up that didn't come from one family house. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. Everybody they talk about had a dream and they turned their dream into reality. So my thing, if you want to be critical of that, then use that same criticism and talk about the come up. Talk about the people that have done it and let people know that this is something that you can focus on and you can do it, you can be good at it, and you make it successful. Mm-hmm. The only thing right now in our comedy community is that people are trying to sell controversy now.
Yeah.
They don't want to sell jokes anymore because they know what moves the needle. Every podcast platform, I did a whole media run, and everybody, as soon as I walked in, they wanted the controversy. I heard so and so.
About that, yep.
They want, I heard this, because they know that our society, we gravitate toward negativity.
We thrive off
more than anything. That's why you look at the news, whatever, New York news, you look at it, person was murdered in Brooklyn, person was murdered in Bronx, because we gravitate toward negative stuff. It's unfortunate when we ever get where we have these positive stories, never, because that don't move the dial. So you got people out here trying to move a dial with podcasts, whatever, and the way I'm trying to move a dial is by what I'm doing. I don't have to talk about it. I'm not cocky about my Netflix special. I've been doing this for 32 years, and anybody, you know my history. Anybody, they know my history. I put the work in. So when you try to discredit that, I'm going to defend that.
All right, we got more with Donnell Rawlings. When we come back, it's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Yep, we're still kicking with Donnell Rawlings. His special, A New Day, is out right now. Can I ask you a real question?
No.
When you got into the mild...
I said no.
When you got into the mild disagreement, why didn't you leave the first time? Why you kept leaving and coming back and leaving and coming back and leaving and coming back?
First off, that day, I closed 3 shows. My name called, went up there, destroyed the show. But I also know that I had to make an announcement about my special.
Yep.
And I wanted to say something that was real. So I had the crowd up here. I could have said goodnight. I took it down and I explained what this special was meant to me, how it got here, and it was a very hard feeling. If you listen to that video, you could tell people was riding with me.
Yeah,
I ain't got to get on standing over right there. I made my points, and I knew I was going to use this. So I thought they was giving me the light. I'm like, I'm the last one. I went over my time not knowing that anybody else was on the show.
You thought you was closing.
I thought I was closing.
But they were trying to get you off the stage for the headline.
No, they wasn't.
Well, no, Corey was headlining, right?
So
you went
get
over
off the
time
stage.
a little bit, and you went off stage.
I knew went off my time.
Yeah.
So I'm leaving. Good night. And then they said, we got one more guest coming up from the 3030 podcast, or whatever number it is.
Yeah.
And they said, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, I want to listen to this.
Yeah.
And the reason why I wanted to listen to it, I had already wanted to talk to this guy.
Why?
I'm going to tell you why. Because I was fed up, and like a lot of comedians, fed up with the antics of why everything that comes out your mouth has to be negative and people. I wanted to have a conversation, not just for me, but for the comedy community. Why is it that you always have to talk about people and nobody asked you?
But why you let it bother you? Because we've been in those rooms. I've seen you in a small venue and I've seen you in huge venues. We've seen David.
Why did I let what bother me?
But why are you letting what he said bother you? Because you know what it is. You know you.
You don't know I'm sensitive. I'm sensitive.
Oh, okay.
And then even with you, outside of being sensitive, this is a person that always does this shit. like all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. And the only way that you can actually ever get to him, to talk to him, is if you pop up on him. Because even in my experience, I mean, I'm talking about this person has talked about me years and years and years, tried to apologize through another comedian. Nah, I don't send me D-Ray to apologize to me.
Right.
I want you to apologize to me as a mother because of the you said about my son. Then I had to call you, cause I'm talking about block my number out to call you, and you answer the phone like, who this? You know what I'm saying? And then you apologize.
Right.
And then I would have never made those comments about you had I knew you were a comedian. Well, what that got to do with me being a comedian?
So he has apologized to you before?
He has on the phone, and then later,
it's a whole different story.
You get on that mic again on the show or whatever on your podcast show, which is like the only thing you have. You know what I'm saying? And you talk about me again. You talk about me again. You talk about. So he cannot leave our names and the names of the greats and the name of the people that he cannot beat.
Right.
On a Netflix, on anything else in any other realm, out of his mouth. He can't do that. So that's all he has is that mic and that doorna and in that cold corner.
Right.
You know,
without anybody being able to respond.
Right.
Without having an opinion of anybody. And here's the thing, whether you know it or not, it was so many comedians that called me and said thank you. And going back to your question is that I look at
the question?
I listen. Yes, he asked a question earlier. Back to your point is that him, like, I'm a good friend. People want to say all this shit. Well, even with that, it was like when I had a special or Dave Chappelle put them on. What you don't know is Netflix had already agreed to do a special with me, produced by Dave or not.
But so what? What if Dave did put you on? So what? You his man.
No, but I'm saying
you put the work in. Like,
I'm answering like dumb questions. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
And this is what people don't understand.
Yeah.
And this is where the loyalty comes in.
Dave ain't just handing out specials.
That's the point.
That are very deserving of
that's the point I'm making. But people don't understand that. Any success somebody get with hard work, whatever, they want to say you had to do so and so. So you dismissing work ethics? You dismissing going hard?
No,
you dismissing
I don't
God?
think nobody is. I just think you take. People see.
I'm not saying
grind,
you.
Donnell.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying.
But it just makes sense. It's like if I wanted to do a podcast, right? Why wouldn't I go to Charlamagne, who has his own podcast, right? That's my guy, and he's gonna hopefully look out the best interest. Even when I was doing my book, I called Charlamagne and said, "Yo, these are the terms for the book. What do you think?" He's done it before.
Well, can I ask a question?
Whatever.
Could you and Corey ever get on the same page? I think him and Jess' situation is different because
what I need to get on.
You know, talking about somebody's child is another thing. But could you?
I will say this: for me. I respected him. You know, everybody don't agree with his style of comedy, and I've said this to people before.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it because here's the thing. I make a conversation.
It's been 17 minutes.
I know.
Talking about it, Donnell.
All right, because somebody told me not to do it.
Y'all had a mild disagreement.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
No, we didn't have. Now it's a misunderstanding.
Have y'all spoke?
No, I don't really have I don't really.
But then you have to understand something too. This man doesn't respect his own family. You know, at some point it's like there's no making up with a person like this. There is no trying to understand, to sit down. Like that type of person needs healing and therapy of his own. So,
and the thing, that's why I said the prayer earlier. The thing is, there is no reason for me to do it. I've already started with limited contact.
Yeah.
Always started with a mutual respect. But if you lose respect for me, I lose respect for you. And even when I said what I said on stage, not one time did I berate him. Not one time did I say anything bad about his comedy. Not one time did I say anything about his family. Not one time did I say anything bad about him. I explained to what I am, and I know that there's nobody going to believe that I'm a mild comic. There's nobody going to believe that I'm not. So you think, and here's another
You know,
thing.
there's a lot of people that don't know what you're even talking about right now. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Then why you got this?
You have a great special called A New Day. It's on Netflix right now. Make it a new day, Donnell.
Here's the thing.
Donnell, make it a new day.
This conversation wasn't specific to one person.
That is an ocean.
It was a conversation about this industry and how people move. And like you said, it's a new day. It's a new dawn. It's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Donnell Rawlings, Netflix special, is still charting on Netflix, and I want to say I appreciate this time.
We appreciate
it. It was
you,
good to
Donnell.
see you.
It was
and
very
congratulations.
Good to see you. Thank you. It's always good to see you.
It's always good to see you, Donnell.
I want to say congratulations.
Thank you.
That's crazy.
I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you and your hustle.
I support you. I want everybody to get along. You know what I'm saying? I want you and Corey to make up. I want
Birds
Corey and Jess to get on the same page.
Look, you can keep talking that Corey shit to him. Corey, don't ever say nothing about no Corey over here to me. You already know we ain't doing none of that.
You know how I feel.
Donnell, we appreciate you for joining us.
Love you.
It's a new dawn.
Donnell, make sure you check out his special.
It's a new life for me. Yeah.
All right, it's the Breakfast
And I'm
Club.
feeling good.
It's Donnell Rawlings.
Ba-dum,
Welcome, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed.
We have Jerrod Carmichael.
Our
Welcome.
guy.
I be doing your voice in the shower. Morning, everybody. It's DJ. I be
Jerrod thinks about you when he's naked.
Yeah, you know, let's lean into all the gay shit. Like sometimes when I'm naked, I think about DJ
NV's voice.
Yes.
Happy to see you, Jerrod.
Happy to see you, bro. So
I'm always happy when people come right after Donkey of the Day.
The Charlamagne game.
oh my God.
then we
Listen,
can talk
bro,
about
let
it.
me tell you something. I was responding to you like Monique. Like I was in my house just pacing around, just being like, Leonard, what would your mother say about giving me? No, let's talk about that. So there's a couple things I want to make clear about that. So
Charlamagne gave you Donkey today.
gave me Donkey of the
For
Day.
what, Charlamagne?
And you reported on you played a clip of my stand up, but it started at the punchline and it like completely erased the setup of it, and I really don't like that. It made it seem like I was talking like I'm into some type of race, sexual, slavery role play with my boyfriend, which is untrue. It's so false. And I expect that type of thing from TMZ because they have no humanity. They don't care about the people that get hurt when they report these sort of things. But you're a friend, so I really didn't like that. I know you repeated it in the Neil interview. I didn't like that. That was very, very unfair. It was a joke.
I saw that clip though.
But I need you to watch the show. And anybody who watches the show, it's not what I said. It's so false. It's so untrue. And I don't like that because it's like, no, well, we'll get into that later.
It's a joke about reading.
It has nothing to do with my boyfriend. It has nothing, like the sex that we have. It has nothing to do with sex. It's something that like people have been reporting on, and I really, really don't like it. It's about my boyfriend reading so much. He makes me feel insecure about my level of reading. And look, I get it. It's something that people have been running with because I have a white boyfriend, so like people like try and create some type of crazy story out of that. Like, and it's a small group of people, really. Like, I read all the tweets, and it's like some gay black men and some Ku Klux Klan members who don't like that I have a white boyfriend.
And
They
Dr.
agree
Umar.
on that, so congratulations. Like the Klan and Dr. Umar, and some people find some common ground on that. But he's a human being. He deserves respect. I deserve respect. I don't appreciate things being misreported or like said about him in that way. It's completely false, so I don't like that. I just want to make that clear. That's not something I know you were just reading the news, but like you're a friend, and I want you to like actually have nuance with these stories. Like people can get hurt. There are actually real lives at stake with the things that you say. And look, come after me. That's fine, but don't come after like my boyfriend who is.
I don't think we came at your boyfriend though. We knew it was about
Well,
you.
I'm saying when that's in the headline and that's reported, like, and then misreported, like, oh, he's into race slave play with his white boyfriend. I don't like that headline because it's false. It's not true at all. Now, on to Dave Chappelle.
No, stick to the joke though. In context, the joke's still not a good joke.
Oh, that's on you. Listen, I've been a professional comedian for a while. I got some.
Because you're still saying you're a slave.
No,
he's a slave
that
master.
joke, you know,
the slave master is teaching the slave to read.
You know, listen, I'm talking about my own personal insecurity. I'm an educated person. I'm usually the smartest person in the room. He reads so much, it makes me feel like, oh, do I even know how to read? That joke works if I had a black boyfriend. My boyfriend were black. That joke actually works better if I had a black boyfriend.
And you the slave and the white person is the slave master.
Listen, if you are...
And you're from North Carolina, where you know the first anti-literacy laws were created in North and South Carolina.
Sure. But that's not my role as a comedian to start getting into like literacy laws and stuff like that. You've completely lost that. I evoke provocative imagery sometimes in my jokes. Some people are very sensitive to that. That's your right. You don't have to laugh at that. You could like hear the word slavery and completely shut off. That's completely fine. But don't misconstrue what I said and don't like make it into something that it's not, because that's where I start to get offended.
Now, I don't think we made it into something.
That the statement, like, oh, you said it like multiple times on the show, like, oh, he's into slave role play with his white boyfriend. That's untrue.
I don't know if I said it like that. I think
you said it, Charlamagne. That is not the joke. The joke's about me reading. The joke's about my insecurity about like not being as well read. When I be in bed next to him and he's on his third, what you're saying. The joke is about, okay, I get it. When I'm in bed next to him and he's like on his third novel of the month, I'll be watching Breakfast Club interviews and I feel like, oh, I should read more. That's what the joke is. The joke, it has nothing to do with sex, has nothing to do with the type of sex that we have, and that's just absolutely false.
But still not a good joke when you black and
hey, listen, that's on you. That's on you. You do stand up and you figure it out. For me, the crowds laugh, whatever. I'll say this about
if the crowd is majority white, are they laughing with you or at you?
You know, it's funny. I'm actually shocked. There's actually a pretty decent amount of black people coming out to see me. I really appreciate y'all for coming out. I want y'all to keep coming out too. I like the seeing it. Really, especially black women are like in the crowd. They've been like talking to me. They seem invested in my life, and it makes me feel really, really special. So I really like that, and I appreciate that. Now, I want to move on to the Dave Chappelle portion of it because I've heard you comment on that too. I deeply regret ever saying anything about Dave Chappelle to the press. I want to say that I'm sorry for that because, one, I'm a huge Dave Chappelle fan. I love Dave. Like, I think he's brilliant. I think he's a bright light in a dying industry. I think he's more important now than ever before because, like, comedians are now just posting clips of them doing crowd work online and calling it art, and it's not art. Dave Chappelle is an artist. He's one of the few artists that we have, and I care deeply about the work that he makes. With that said, the criticism that I had nothing to do with the morality of the joke, had nothing to do with the ethics of the joke. That's something that's also been misreported. The criticism I had was that of a fan, someone who respects him so much that I want him to focus his genius on a wide range of topics. I think that like it started being really, really focused on one thing.
I disagree.
Well, I'll say this. Look,
that's like us saying that about the slave joke.
I'll say this. I'm also a big fan of Jay-Z. If Jay-Z made 3 albums about trans people, I'd be like, hey, what's going on with Jay?
But Jay-Z made 3 albums, more than 3 albums about selling drugs. You just don't put him in that, you don't pigeonhole him with that.
No, Jay-Z, I mean, listen, I would love to get to a Jay-Z argument. Jay-Z was very personal, very emotional. He always evolved. 444 was incredible because it showed growth and evolution and something you've never seen before in rap. And that's a thing with comedy too. Comedy doesn't grow. Comedy doesn't evolve. It's kind of stunted like rap, and like we just start getting like real braggadocious, like antagonistic with the crowd. And it can evolve. Like, and we need smart people like Dave, like Chris Rock, like myself to actually evolve the art form because it is dying. It's so important for people to go up and do deep personal stories or have a deep perspective about things going on in the world because it's not happening. You see it online. Yeah, I know. Well, listen, all I'm saying is, and because I've talked about Dave a lot, I don't want to talk about Dave anymore. I honestly, I called him an egomaniac. I'm an egomaniac. I'm here to talk about me. I have a show that I want to talk about.
Have you spoken to him personally? Have you spoken to him on the phone?
Yeah, I know Dave. And you know what? And I'll tell you, honestly, from now on, any thoughts I have for Dave will be directed in a phone call to Dave. I'll never do it again. I do apologize for that. I'm man enough to say that that is wrong. I don't need it. I don't want the attention. It's going on way too long. Don't want it at all. I'm here to talk about me. I want to talk about myself.
Now, Charlamagne, he said he was upset because he considered you guys friends and that you went off the rail without having a conversation.
Did you watch the show? I texted you last night. Did you watch the show? You've been watching it? Did you watch the next episode?
No, I watched the first 3.
Oh, man, you're going to love the next episode.
So respond to what he said because, he considered you guys friends. And
that is my friend. I felt like you were
but he felt like you were off the rail. Now, Envy, no, because I want you to apologize. But if you feel away, I think that, Charlamagne, you should apologize to him as well.
I don't feel like I want to apologize.
Whoa. Okay.
That's not a diss. When don't you like?
Well, I'm taking my camera back.
No, it's not just about him.
You're a sincere person.
I'm joking.
Would you want me to give you one of these half-ass bull industry? I don't feel like I need to apologize.
I think I made myself clear. I have no need for an apology.
If it hits me one day and I'm like, you know what, that was wrong. But in the moment, I don't feel
all right. Well, I'll wait for that when I'm in the shower thinking about DJ and
I know that's right.
All right, we got more with comedian Jerrod Carmichael when we come back, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with comedian Jerrod Carmichael. Now, you also talk about black women being super supportive when you first came out, but also being mad at you at the same time.
Oh, because I got a white boyfriend? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's funny. They met my boyfriend. They love him. Like, my boyfriend is actually, he's so real. That's part of the reason, like, any lie about him makes me upset because he's so real. My homegirl Avery loves Mike. Mike doesn't engage in small talk. That's a thing that I actually am trying to learn because, like, I can
be on my next book. Why Small Talk Sucks.
There we go. Mm-hmm. You got to meet my boyfriend. Like, he doesn't do it at all. If you talk to him about the weather, he'll just be quiet. And I'm trying to learn that. Like, I'd be out in the world just lying to people, just like, oh no, good shirt. Just like, I'd have a lot of good shirt conversations. It's all I got to stop doing that. I don't like that.
How does he feel when you because you talk about your life on the reality show? How does he feel when you talk about your sexcapades or even your conversation with Tyler, the Creator? How does it make him feel funny? Do y'all have conversations before?
Yeah, he knows all of it. I mean, it's funny because I started shooting the reality show and then our relationship began. So he came in at a time when I'm dealing with a lot of things, and the show is just about me, like me trying to explore all these deep things about myself and being in therapy, trying to work through problems. Like I'm exposing. It's the most vulnerable show of all time.
Yes.
You've never seen a show more vulnerable than this.
Did he make you more comfortable with that?
He makes me more comfortable in life.
Right.
Like I think I'm a better person because of my boyfriend. I feel so much calmer now. Like I'm a person that had a lot of anxiety, and you could see it even in the first episode. You could see like it's me trying to get all my anxiety out. I think that's why the audience feels that way. They feel a little awkward because that's how I felt. I think it transmutes into the art form. I was somebody that was just like constantly scared, constantly nervous, afraid of how I would be perceived, afraid of like coming in masculine environments as a gay man, like just terrified all the time, afraid of the kind of sex I was having. I was thinking about that because people have been talking about like I put like a foot in my mouth in the first episode. And I also want to set the record straight. He was Guatemalan. People say his white toes. He was Guatemalan. Maybe that doesn't matter to some people, but like, it's like a toe's a toe. I've had some black feet in my mouth too. I was afraid of the type of sex I was having. I thought it was dirty and so wrong. And people, gay, straight, whatever, have a lot of sexual shame. They're afraid of things. So I was doing things like on camera to liberate myself. Like it was important for me to like eradicate that shame. Like, I put a foot in my mouth for y'all.
A lot of people don't think you're really gay though, and they think that you just put the foot in your mouth to kind of prove that you're gay. And they were like, if you was really gay, you'd on camera.
All right. I mean, OnlyFans coming soon, I guess. I don't know. Which I want. Like, there's a lot of silly things. There are people who get their news from Twitter. They're crazy.
Where did you meet your boyfriend from? Where did y'all meet? How did you meet?
We met through a mutual friend. We met years ago in LA, and then and we started dating. It's been a year and a half now.
So I wanted to ask you about you and Tyler, because y'all are actually really friends.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Was that like for fun, or did you really, really have romantic feelings for Tyler?
Yeah, I did. I was in turmoil over that for a year, and that's a hard thing to deal with. Of course, it's like I see people online talk about as awkward as cringe. Yeah. Having feelings for your best friend is very awkward, very, very cringe. I'm thankful that he did it because I've never seen a conversation like that played out on television or in any space, and I thought it was really, really important. I've never seen like a black man express feelings for another black man like that ever before. And I'm trying to make art that I wish I'd seen as a kid. I'm trying to make things and put things out there that I needed. And so it was really important. I thought it was a really important conversation. I'm so thankful to Tyler for doing it because
did his response hurt you? Because when he said he called you a stupid bitch, y'all laughed, he laughed about it. Did that really hurt your feelings, or it's just like, because I listen,
getting called a stupid bitch.
Yeah, but that's your
Jess,
best
he called
friend.
me a stupid bitch.
I know, but I call my best friend a stupid bitch all the time.
Yeah, no, I know.
So I'm
was in my
thinking
feelings.
that
So I was really hurt.
It was just like, okay, they're best friends, they cool, but it really did hurt. Did you see what he said at Coachella?
Yeah, I was watching it. I stayed up late for that too. I made a sandwich. I was up at 3 a.m. Like, so I thought it was funny.
How did your boyfriend feel about that? Like, you staying up late to watch Tyler?
I was on FaceTime with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's emotionally evolved. I'm the one that's trying to catch up. He's great. He's one of the.
He said you trying to. I bet y'all saw my best friend try to me on camera.
Yeah, but I thought it was funny. That was funny.
What's your relationship now? Y'all cool after the conversations? Y'all
we cool. I mean, he's making jokes about it. We cool. Yeah.
He seems like a troller.
He cool. I mean, we moved on. Like I have definitely moved on. It was a very, very tough moment in my life, and I have nothing but gratitude for him for doing that on camera is wild, right? But it was hard off camera. That was a difficult thing to deal with off camera. Like,
it was a whole year?
Because that's your best friend.
Yeah. I was on Music Soul Child Have Crazy mode for a year.
Man.
But why not reach out to him during that year? Like, why
he called me a stupid Charlamagne, did you watch the show?
He was in his feelings about it. He was like, hold on.
I mean,
thank you, Jess.
But if that's your friend, somebody you love and care for, what I was thinking was like, well, why would he let a whole year go by? Why would either one of them let a whole year go by?
Well, it's very so that's the thing. It's very easy for things to like just fall back into the elephant in the room. Like, oh, okay, we're not going to talk about it. We just go to breakfast. Like, I have that same relationship with my parents where it's like, oh, there are things that we don't really want to talk about, so we don't, and we engage in small talk.
Okay.
We talk about everything else. And that's what the show was. The show was an excuse to have a difficult conversation that I'd otherwise be afraid to have.
Yeah.
How did your mom, or how do you think black women in general will feel about you referring to your mother as a
Oh
That
man,
was
that's
crazy.
been the family
insane.
been family been having. They got a group chat without me.
They should.
Talking about
That
that.
was wild, Jerrod.
You know, it's funny that I actually didn't consider that, like, when I said it, and maybe that's me being inconsiderate, and maybe there is some like latent hurt that is coming out when I say that. I actually wasn't saying it. I love my mother. I have a deep respect for my mother. I say it kind of casually, kind of gay, like just on stage. Isn't
You
a
said it like
public
it's not
thing.
your mom.
I say it just nonchalantly. I call people bitches and all the time. Like that's like the
Not
very
your mother.
You know, listen.
You can call your dad a You can even call your dad a with your mom.
But
Yeah.
then go get mad at Tyler for a year because he said stupid bitch.
Exactly.
Well, it wasn't. It was the dismissal
It
of
was
the
the-
emotion.
oh,
Yeah. No, it wasn't. It wasn't just that. It was that was all he said.
Gotcha.
But no, with my mom, no, that's something that we talked about. I would rather focus on the emotion behind it. It's like it's easy to get hung up on it. I actually get really, really angry with my family when they start talking about, like, you know, my dad calls. He's like, I don't like that you call your mom a bitch. I'm like, that's the worst thing we've done to my mother. Like, I think as a family we've done worse.
So more so, why did you call her a bitch? Other than,
Or why am I hurt?
Yeah.
Why? What's the cause of the hurt? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like I feel rejected by my creator. That's a difficult thing to live with. Like, you know, I'm not the only person that's living with like some issues with their parents, with their mom, or you don't see eye to eye and it makes you feel bad about yourself. That's how I feel. And that's a really, really hard thing to live with. And I'm trying to make art and trying to make sense of all of it, but it's really tough.
All right, we'll keep it locked. We have more with comedian Jerrod Carmichael. When we come back, it's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious. Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Jerrod Carmichael still here. Charlamagne.
What would you say to people who would say your mom is homophobic? But when I look at it, I say, no, she's very religious. So I think she's looking at it through the lens of religion.
Yeah. And I think that at some point you have to think about how you got to the place that you are. I had a really good conversation with my mom about even her finding religion and needing religion, about the hurt, the disappointment in her life from her dad and from other people in her life that led her to needing God as much as she does and depending on God as much as she does. And we were having a really, really good conversation. Then my dad woke up and interrupted. It was just like, yeah. But you know, like it you have to explore your life. You got to explore the reasons why, because you can hurt people. And like, I know like people call it faith, whatever, but they're human beings. And like your opinion, my mother's opinion of me matters so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What made you want to do it now?
Well, because after I came out, I realized that there are other things I needed to come out about. I think everybody's in the closet about something. And I was in the closet. It was more than just being gay. It was about of the feelings that I have. I was in the closet about sex addiction or how I am as a friend or all these things. Like, just like I was a closeted person. I was holding everything inside, and the show was an outlet for me. I'm an artist, and I use art as a means of expression and as a means to heal. And so the show just felt like a natural. I was doing all these shows. I was doing stand-up, and stand-up started being kind of a form of therapy. It was like a pre-associative therapy that I would just go up and I would talk about a problem that I have, a deep personal problem that I have. The response from the audience started being better. That's what I mean. Like, people come to the shows, they're the heckles that I get as a comedian are so thoughtful. Like, no comedian gets like the thought. Like, people turn into therapists in the crowd.
Your audience.
Yeah.
I watched that yesterday and I was like, those heckles aren't real. That's part of
the audience
show.
is no. Like, people are smart. I believe that. I believe that. Like, Twitter isn't just that's not what the world is.
I haven't been on there in 8 years. I hate it.
Yeah, listen. Sometimes I search your name to make me feel better about myself. Like,
No, that's right.
I'm like, what they saying about Charlamagne out there? Like, ooh, okay.
I hate it. I don't go over that at all.
No, but the heckles that I get are thoughtful responses because you open yourself up and people open themselves up. Like they respond in kind and so I'm glad you're a good friend to your friends who are expressing themselves to you.
I was gonna say, how did you deal with the sex addiction?
I'm still
He's dealing with it still. He's trying to figure it out.
All right, I'm getting my candle. Let me get out of here.
But no, on the show, it shows you just be on Grindr before your boyfriend. You was on Grindr just getting it in.
That was that had to be before your boyfriend, right?
Yeah, before my boyfriend, and you know, like, sex is
better be.
Sex is something else, man. You got to keep watching the show.
You had a good explanation though. You said because you waited so long to come out.
Yeah.
So now you feel like a 17-year-old.
Yeah. Making up for lost time, they're like my emotional maturity level was a bit delayed. It's a little embarrassing to admit, but true. But even that, I do think there are certain aspects of my personality that I inherit from my father. I've been reading about that a lot, just like being, you know, you learn how to be a man from your dad, and I learned. He gonna get mad because he's gonna watch this like always throwing me under the bus, but it's just true. Like, it's something you learn in therapy. That like, oh, this is how you model yourself as a man, and so I look to sex as a form of validation for my manlyhood, like to make me feel like a man.
Yeah.
What is this show doing for you that therapy can't?
Been using it as a form of therapy because therapy is exploring yourself and exploring your past, but it's not necessarily confrontation. I still needed a tool to be confident enough to have a conversation with my dad that I'd be terrified having otherwise. Like, you know, if I'm home in North Carolina, I'm just like, you know, smiling, being a good son, being the son that they want me to be, and I'm not saying the real things, asking the real questions. When the camera's on, I become like a journalist for my own life. Like, no, what's that shit you said in 98? You know, like, I get real like, but without the cameras, I'm afraid.
You do show how much of a friend you are too.
Yeah, no.
What you did, Pooh, was foul.
I know. Can I tell you?
You can't be a best man in a wedding and show up an hour late to the wedding. It's not your wedding.
And then compare it to jury duty. Why?
You know, look, weddings are hard because I'm a performer, and so I look at weddings as a show. Like, all right, what is this show that we're going to? Like, but I love Pooh, and you know, I actually gotta hit him. We've been talking a lot. I hope that he liked the episode. Like, he's a very sweet, thoughtful friend and inspired me so much. And so I know I was a bad friend. Again, it's hard. Like this show, I'm like the villain in my own show. I'm Eric Kane on my own show. Like, I'm like, people are like, because I'm exposing myself in a real way. Like some of the worst parts of myself, I'm putting out there unedited, just like letting the world see and judge and criticize. But I feel bad for that. Like, I felt bad in the episode. It's something I'm deeply apologetic for. I'm learning. I'm still growing. I'm learning to not be as selfish. Sure, that's a means of self-protection. Like, I'm selfish because I'm scared, and I'm learning to not be as afraid.
Another thing you say on the show is being honest is cool until you have a reason to lie.
Yeah.
And you say it's hard to tell the truth to people you love.
Yeah. Do you not feel that way? Do you not feel that way sometimes? Because the consequences are so high.
It's gonna hurt him.
The stakes are so high. I say that to my mom. I'm like sometimes I talk to my mom. I'm like, hey, be careful what you say to me because I'll remember it for the rest of my life. Every word that she says, it's so
piercing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is Jerrod Carmichael an industry plant?
Am I an industry plant?
Industry plant.
Well, I mean, listen, I wish the Illuminati was real. I wish that I could be a plant. I'd sign up in a heartbeat. No, I actually, unfortunately, I had to work hard to get where I am. I had to like think and expose. I'm exposing so much of my life. I've worked very, very hard to get where I am. But yeah, if I could have to get to the top, I would.
But that's why they don't want you.
Yeah.
Because you want to do it.
Nah, I'm joking. I'm saying that as a joke. I'm saying it as a
I thought because Lil Rel was defending you on Club Shake.
You know the funny thing too, like if I make now I'm sound like a rapper, but like a lot of these comedians who like criticize me is like no like before I came out. Coming out was the hardest thing I ever did in my life. I was like afraid. I had multiple specials. I had a sitcom on NBC that ran for three seasons. I was getting other people's shows. Like I was more successful than them straight. So then to pretend that like he came out, like that's silly. I don't even entertain that.
I want to ask, because you just mentioned something. You said that you had all of this great stuff going on before you came out.
Yeah.
So do you feel like coming out as gay is taking away the focus on everything you've done in your career?
No, not at all. Carmichael Show still exists. Stream it on Hulu.
When I Google you, what's going to come up to? The same way you said if you Google Dave, it's all transgender stuff. If I Google
things
you
I talk about, watch the show. I hope people watch the show. Like if you see the show, you'll see the truth. You know, I'm confident in that. Like, you know, I think this, like, up top, I was just upset because something untrue was said. I say enough true things to talk about. Like, so I don't need any lies. I don't need any of that. But yeah, I'm making art about my life, and I'm really proud of it. I hope people watch the show. I think the show's funny.
He is, yeah. Charlamagne called you.
What kind of funny? How funny y'all? Like,
man, y'all so straight. Y'all are so straight. So straight. Is this ha funny? Or is this Paul's funny? Like, Jesus Christ, you are so straight. Congratulations. Oh my God. Everybody clap for the straight man. Oh my God. Jesus.
Jerrod Carmichael, ladies and gentlemen.
Brought you a candle.
Yes, he did.
I love y'all. Thank y'all very much for having me. Thank you very much.
And you can check out the reality show Fridays on HBO Max. Thank you, brother, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Thank
you very much.
Just make sure you tell them to watch out for Florida, man.
The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida. Yes, you are a donkey.
A Florida man attacked an ATM for a very strange reason. It gave him too much money. Florida man is arrested after deputies say he rigged the door to his home in an attempt to electrocute his pregnant wife. Police arrested an Orlando man for attacking a flamingo.
The Breakfast Club, bitches. Donkey of the day with Charlamagne the God. I don't know why y'all keep letting him get y'all like this.
What is so funny?
That devilish laugh.
What is so funny? You go to burning bushes with Jesus?
No, I was laughing at something I saw Carlos Miller post. Salute to my guy Carlos Miller. Listen, donkey of the day goes to a 20-year-old Florida man named Jeremy Lang. Now, what does your Uncle Shala always say about the great state of Florida? The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida, and today is no exception. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, we keep having all these conversations about border security, but I see stories like the one I'm about to tell you, and all I keep thinking is we building walls for the wrong people. We need to build more walls. Okay, finish the one at the border because, yes, we need stronger border security, but who gonna keep these crazies from within away from us? Okay, I'm looking at Jeremy Lang and I'm saying I need a wall built internally here in America to keep us away from them. Who is them? Them is the crazies. Okay, see, he's a young man. So I give him grace, only 20 years old. But then I see what he's accused of, and it just reinforces to me that this new era we are in because of social media just has completely made people lose sight of what reality is. Hell, if you're 20, you probably don't know what reality is. You never experienced it. You grew up in an era of social media and YouTube, and nothing, I repeat, nothing will make you out of touch with reality like those platforms. Now, Jeremy wanted to steal from Jesus. Okay, well, not Jesus, but a place where people worship, okay, Jesus, and that place is a church. Yes, Jeremy was arrested last week for burglarizing a church, and police say he's probably linked to 6 more. What type of table? You get in hell for that. Okay, I should get you in the VIP section of Club Satan with bottle service. But Jeremy was arrested for burglarizing the church. Let's go to ABC3 for the report, please.
Police say 20-year-old Jeremy Lang is responsible for at least 7 burglaries over a 2.5-week span. Surveillance footage we obtained from Pastor Clifton Riley at Bethel AME Church shows the suspect break several windows before eventually climbing in last Friday night. The pastor tells me he spent less than 5 minutes inside and left with nothing. Authorities say Lang was spotted Monday night wearing the same clothes from the surveillance days prior. He was found carrying burglary tools, marijuana, and a stolen firearm.
And PPD says Jeremy Lang provided a false name to them at the time of his arrest. He is charged with one of the burglaries at this church. Other charges are pending from the 6 other churches that he's burglarized. PPD did not identify the items that he's accused of stealing.
No, I definitely could just give him donkey of the day for that, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you stole from the church. God definitely got something for this jackass, but that's between him and his creator. But the reason I'm giving him donkey of the day is not only because he stole from all those churches, but police searched his cell phone. And in his cell phone, he had internet searches like, and I quote, how to cut shirt into a mask.
Jesus.
Where do church keep money? These are actual quotes. Do churches have safes? Let me tell you how you spelled safes. S-A-F-E apostrophe S. So S-A-F-E apostrophe S.
Possession. Hate to see him coming.
This is the one that got me.
Oh,
he Googled events where you raise money in Pensacola. He was going after all the sweet licks. This man was going to rob people who are actually doing great things in the community. Events where you raise money in Pensacola. I had to Google for myself events where you raise money in Pensacola because I had to see what Jeremy saw. I wanted to see what Jeremy saw. Okay, would you like to hear some of the events this heathen was plotting on?
Yes.
4th annual Brunch Fest. Purple Paint Party. That's the 2nd annual charity event. The Fall Paw Palooza, a pet adoption and charity event. Together for Tomorrow event. 4th annual Mission 22 Show and Shine. Ends for a Purpose. 28th annual CCA Pensacola Banquet and Auction. Hot Work Hits Cancer. Pensacola, East Hill, and Northwest. Bro,
you deserve to be under the jail.
What are you talking about? You know what's under the jail?
What's that?
Hell, okay? You was going to take money from people raising money for cancer. You was going to take money from people who are encouraging people to adopt pets. I keep telling y'all. Segregation wasn't a bad concept. It was just poorly executed. Should have been based on behavior, not race. Because I don't want people like Jeremy eating in the same establishments I'm eating in. I don't want people like Jeremy going to the same schools as my kids, and I damn sure don't want to go to the same church as Jeremy because he's just in there staking the place out. I need to see what human evolution looks like for people like Jeremy. He's 20, but he thinks he can just Google search how to commit a crime against the church, how to commit crimes against the community. He literally searched for how to cut shirt into a mask. Where do church keep money? He was plotting on robbing a pet adoption and charity event. I don't know if anything man-made, I don't know if anything man has created can rehabilitate this human. I think even God would have to admit some of the product he created is just defective. Please give Jeremy Lang the biggest hee-haw.
It's horrible.
What's it look like?
What you looking at?
You play a game? I do.
Okay, let's play a game of Guess What Race It Is!
All right, give me clues.
Jeremy Lang, 20 years old from Pensacola, Florida, robbed about 5 to 6 churches, and he Googled how to cut shirt into a mask. Where do church keep money? DJ Envy, guess what race it is?
White.
Okay, not mad at that guess.
See, if he was black, he'd have the Pooh Shiesty mask already, so he wouldn't need to cut a mask into it. So
good.
That's what I'm going with. That's
a good use of context clues. Lauren LaRosa, Jeremy Lang, 20 years old of Pensacola, Florida, robbed about 5 to 6 churches. Googled things like, do churches have safes, and used an apostrophe in safes. Guess what race it is?
I hate to do this to us.
Us. What do you mean?
I think he black. I hate it. I think he watched a little bit of like too much of First Sunday. Yeah, I think he's one. I hate that though, but I think he's one of us.
Apostrophe S.
Well,
apostrophe S.
DJ Envy, Lauren LaRosa, I want you both to know that you are absolutely, positively wrong.
Both of us are wrong.
Yes, both of y'all are wrong.
Wow.
Jeremy Lang is not white. Jeremy Lang is not black.
What's he?
Jeremy Lang is nigga.
How do you think he was going to get away with that hair like that? Like, you see that hair a mile away. I don't care if you wrap your face with a t-shirt, a sweatshirt. You can see that hair sticking out.
I'm convinced after seeing that N-word did it for the mixtape. He needed content for his mixtape. It's
damn. Look at him. Look at him. Okay? Look at him.
Apostrophe S gave it away.
This man looks suspicious in any neighborhood.
He does.
Right? I don't care what neighborhood he's in. He looks suspicious.
You right.
Black neighborhoods, white neighborhoods. This man will get the police called on him.
He came out the womb. He looked like he came out the womb doing all the wrong stuff.
Wow.
Even in his mugshot, he's like, boy, he got his lip balled up like, when I get out of here, I'm coming straight to the pastor.
You got to be a different type of dumb to try to rob the people of God.
Jesus. All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
The legend.
Bruce.
What's cracking, baby?
Welcome. How you feeling?
Everything's good, man.
Everything is good?
Yeah.
Now, this is the first time Bruce has been on the show,
Yes,
first and foremost. And I want to, sometimes when somebody comes for the first time, I want to start from the beginning, right?
Okay.
Now, I know your story because I've been studying you, I've been following you, but for people that don't know, how did Bruce get into comedy? And I want you to explain your job before comedy.
Well, I used to be a chef. I can cook like a mug. And, everywhere I go, I used to always be funny. So I hired this guy one time. I was running a barbecue restaurant, older guy, and he said, he used to watch me in the kitchen when he first started. He's watching me. He said, you need to go on stage. And I ain't paying attention to it. He said, I'm going to bring you something tomorrow. He brought me this album. Back in the day, he had an album. Mm-hmm. He was a comedian, but he was ex-Navy. He was an alcoholic. He said, don't waste your time on this job, man. You need to go on stage. No, what I did, I quit because I had a family. I was young, man, had 3 kids, and man, I went and started working for Frito-Lay potato chips, selling potato chips, and the whole time I'm selling potato chips, and on the dock, I'm just funny, acting crazy. So good old white dude said, you need to go on stage. I see you here every morning. Them white guys say, you need to go on stage. You're funny. I look at comedians every Friday, Saturday night, and you need to go on stage. And when I took that step, man, I knew that's why I should have been my whole entire life. And what made me take that step, I was going through a divorce, and my ex-wife said, you'd never make it.
Why'd she tell you that?
So I just looked at it and say, I see you on TV.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's been gone. I've been doing it now 35 years.
Now, you also mentioned that you were an only child.
Only child.
Your father left at the age of 5?
Yeah, he was 4 or 5. He was in the Air Force, and he was a medic in the Air Force, and he flew choppers and airplanes, and when he got out, he was an anesthesiologist.
Now, was it important to mend that relationship before he passed? Or
I did.
Wow.
My mother said, I just wanted to know. I remember him, and my mother said, what you looking for him for? Because they be mad, but my mother really ran him off. You know what I mean? She ran him off, and she was a monster, man. You know what I'm saying?
Did your dad tell you that?
Oh, no, I just saw it. I saw it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, this dude is cool. He was really cool, But she like, I don't want it. Everything he tried to do, she just knocked it down. But she was listening to her girlfriends. That's why I try to tell all these young girls, don't listen to no woman that ain't got no man.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? If you got a woman, if you got a girlfriend, you got a husband, she know how to treat her husband. But a woman that don't have a man, she can't tell you nothing. Mm-hmm. But he left, and he never, ever called us, ever. And my mother didn't even know she was divorced. He did a non-contested divorce because my mother just worked, come home, never went anywhere. So when she said, I think I'm going to get a divorce. And when she went to do it, they said, you already divorced. You're non-contested. You put it in the newspaper for 30 days. You don't answer the ad. Bam, you divorced.
I did not know.
And he was already gone.
He was gone.
Oh, he was gone, man. I got married 3 more times. I found it when I was like 40 years old.
So he knew who you were. He knew you were successful.
Exactly who I was. He knew exactly who I was.
Look like?
No, my son looked like him though. My baby boy looks just like him. But it's funny how it dip over. You know what I'm saying? But I met with him, and we talked, and we stayed in touch, and he ended up passing away about 17 years ago. My mother passed away 14 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you and your mom ever have to talk? Did you ever have to say to my mom, it was you?
Yeah. She said, I was wrong. She said, I didn't care. She said, but I had other boyfriend. My mom was fooling around. See, parents don't tell you. They try to tell you to do the right thing, but they'll do the wrong thing in front of you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Those old dudes used to go with named David, had platform shoes with taps on them. You remember platform? He had taps on platform shoes. He come up the steps, how your mama doing? And then he'll tell me, hey, come in, let me give you a few dollars. Go down and get you a Coca-Cola, something like that. I know what he's finna do. He's finna get him some tail, you know what I'm saying? So he gets some potato chips. I run right out the house. I know what he's finna do. I don't want no food, you know what I'm saying? But he was cool. He was cool to me. He treated me very nice. But she had this one boyfriend she's crazy about. I don't know what's up with women with this one dude that they like. Mm-hmm. And he ain't nothing. Mm-hmm. I mean, man, he wasn't nothing, man. He dogged my mom out, man. He was married. She didn't even know he was married.
Damn.
He's over there every day. Every day. Eating, yeah. God is a good God. You know how to joke with you. Yeah, God is a good God. And let me tell you what happened. When I was in high school, 4 of us used to hang together, and we saw him in his truck. And my buddy said, man, that go your mama boyfriend with your mom. I said, no. I said, that's my mom boyfriend, but that's not my mom. It was another lady. So I got out the car, looked at him, and said, hey, I see you, right? He said, oh, hey, how you doing? Played it out. Come on to my mom's house. I told my mother, I seen him with another woman. He looked me dead in my eye. He said, he did not see me. and my mother believed it. But the reason she believed it, because I didn't like him. So she just kind of figured I made up a story about him, and she let it go. But it took her girlfriend of hers to see him, say, I saw that dude with another woman. You know what I'm saying? And it took her to tell me. she dated him like 16 years, man.
Damn.
And that ought to tell you, my mother, I don't want to get married. Okay, you don't want to get married, but this dude's already married, so you can't marry this dude. Right. When she found out, she was toe up. Yeah,
I heard her.
And you said your Uncle Paul inspired you as far as comedy because he was the funniest person you know?
Oh, man, he was funny, man.
Okay.
He tell a lie. Everybody got to help him with this lie. Mm-hmm. Every lie he tell. Did I tell him? He was like, yeah, he told me. Paul ain't saying nothing. Everybody help him with this lie, but he was one of the best bakers in the world. He practically raised Gladys Knight back in the day. Mm-hmm. And they used to call him the sweetbread man. Mm-hmm. And Gladys Knight knew him. His name was Paul Henson Jr., and he went by the sweetbread man because he was the baker in Atlanta, Georgia. He was the man, and he talk about Gladys all the time. But Gladys and I was really raised on the same street. The street was Chestnut Street. Mm-hmm. They changed to James P. Broadley. I was on 415. She was on like 785, something like that, just right up the street, like 2 blocks up.
Did you know her?
No, I was a little kid. Mm-hmm. But she lived there with her first husband, you know what I'm saying? But Gladys is a girl, though, man.
Wow.
How were you able to translate your funny to actually make a career of it, but somebody like Uncle Paul, who was funny, couldn't?
Oh no, my Uncle Paul was just scared to go and say. He was scared. See, black people back in the day had the skill to do everything, but they were scared to do it. Mm-hmm. They had so much fear. So like young kids now, they'll do it. They were like, I don't care, I'll do it. So I just took it and ran with it. My uncle was one of the best bakers in the world. He went against bakers from France and Italy, from England, and he beat them all out. You know what I mean? Then he had a cheesecake that he made that was one of the best cheesecakes in the world, and they tricked him out of it and didn't have sense enough to get a lawyer and everything. Gave him like $10,000. They clapping. He was all happy when he
stole his recipe.
Yeah, when he could have got $100 million. You know what I'm saying? But just didn't have the sense and the knowledge to do that at the time.
Oh, I wanted to know, as a child, was Bruce big as a child?
No, man, I was a little bit. They used to call me Little Bruce, man. I didn't get fat till I got married. I don't know why I got married. That's
what all that kick your uncle.
Oh my God, I wouldn't eat it, man. Mm-hmm. I was just a little bitty dude, just running around, just messing with everybody. I was a little bitty kid, man. But when I got married, I got fat. That's what happened to us as black men. We get complacent. Mm-hmm. We get complacent with jobs. We get a job and it'd be, let's just say General Motors. We make a little money. Oh man, that's a good job. I don't care nothing about a good job. It's about getting out there, getting it, because it's more than that than getting a good job.
I ain't like that question, by the way.
What you mean?
I ain't like the question he asked you.
Wait, what?
Was Bruce little as a child?
Oh, that's all right.
I mean, was he a big child?
I wasn't no fat kid, man.
That's what he wanted to say.
Yeah, he thought I was fat. He thought I just couldn't clap my hands.
Because he was little as a child. He's a kid.
Fat kid couldn't clap his hand. Y'all clap my hand. But no, man, I was a little kid, little cute joker, man, running around messing with everybody. And, we seem to lose focus, and that's what happened. You lose focus, you start eating crazy. But now, I'm back at it, man. I'm 62 years old, man.
Wow. All right, we got more with Bruce. Bruce, when we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Good morning. We are the Breakfast Club. Comedian Bruce is still here. Charlamagne?
Now, out of Def Comedy Jam, Showtime at the Apollo, and Comic View, which one had the most impact on you?
Comic View. Def Jam first. Mm-hmm. Def Jam was the star. And come on now, we got to give it to Russell Simmons. I mean, big up for him. Def Jam was good, but when I did Comic View, see, Comic View started out as Coast to Coast. I don't know if y'all remember that. Mm-hmm. They used to come out to your city and come to a club and film you and then take it back. And DL was the host there. And he's like, look, went all the way down to Atlanta at a club called the Comedy Act Theater. And we seen this guy, Bruce, and they showed me. Mm-hmm. And I did the Coast to Coast when they first started. But I never forget the year that I hosted. It was probably the best year for me that I have ever experienced in my life. They went from 10 million viewers to 20 million viewers when I hosted. And it was great for me. It was good. I made some money. They gave me money for wardrobe. That's why I dressed in all them suits, because I thought I was a pimp. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was a straight up pimp.
Why do you help so many comedians? Comedians talk about that you help so many comedians in their career, in their life. What gives you the energy? Because a lot of people be like, I ain't helping him because he might get bigger than me. But you talked about so many comedians.
My God, yeah. But so many helped me. I never forget when I was in the Comedy Act Theater in Atlanta, and John Witherspoon came to Atlanta, and he looked at me. He say, "You got it." He said, "You really got it." He say, "I like you." So he started telling me what to do and what not to do. And he helped me, took me up on his wing. Ronaldo Ray did the same thing. He helped me on BET when he was my co-host. People don't realize that Ronaldo Ray was a college professor before he started doing comedy. Mm-hmm. He was extremely smart. And he would tell me sometimes, he said, turn your body to the right a little bit when you tell that joke. It'll work better. And I'm like, how's that going to work better? And it worked better. And then the last of the Mohicans who really told me, he say, you won't have to find them, they will find you. His name was Paul Mooney.
Wow.
The legend.
Paul Mooney. He told me that. Rodney Winfield. Y'all remember Rodney Winfield?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my man took me. He said, a lot of these jokers don't like you. Just because you're funny. He said, keep being funny. You're going to be all right. He used to call me, do shows with him. You know, back in the day, man, somebody say, man, we got a show paying $300. I'm like, let's go. You know, these new kids now, you say, man, I got a show for you. How much they paying? Hold it, player, hold it. You ain't been seen walking by TV, much less on TV. So what is you talking about how much they paying? If I tell you about a show, I'm going to make sure you get paid. Just that simple.
You think social media helped or hurt comedy?
Oh, it helped it. Charlamagne, I wish I had social media 35 years ago. Only thing we had was go in this city early, do radio, try to do TV to get people in there. The social media is a platform that really helped a lot of young comedians now. Veteran comedians like myself, they get pissed because all the new young comedians are coming up faster. I've been doing comedy for 25 years, 30 years, and he ain't been doing comedy for 3 months. I tell them like this, if you can't beat them, join them. And they're winning. So you might as well fall in the footsteps. They are winning.
But that's why them young comedians feel like, that's why they asking how much.
Right.
Because of they following on social media.
But then the only thing about it, Charlamagne, is when they do get booked, only thing they got to say is what they did on social media.
That's right.
You got to bring out more than that.
That's right.
You know, you got that 7 minutes you got, it's 5. But what about this other 20 minutes they need you to do? You can tell when a person is bombing because they'll start talking real positive. You know, we need to take care of these kids, man. And, you know, hey, man, support these women, man. Hey, man, these women need your support. They need your respect. They're bombing like hell.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to get positive.
That's his favorite part of a comedy show.
Yeah.
You know what it is? I like to see somebody try to dig themselves out of a hole when they bomb.
Oh, my God.
If you see me laughing really hard, it's probably because you up there stinking it.
Because I remember seeing you, because I watch you guys all the time. I remember seeing you on Ridiculousness, right? Chanel West Coast. You made her so mad. You was calm. You say, I never seen you on anything. I never seen you rap with. I rap with Snoop. She got pissed. They went to commercial.
yes.
I think it happened twice. Am I right?
No, it was just one time.
She was, but do she rap?
I don't. Yeah, I think she did.
Okay, but I didn't know it. But I looked at you and I'm like, oh my God, she's pissed. She got pissed. She moved that hair back. They said commercial, and she came back. She was more calm. Yeah, we're back here. Charlamagne done pissed her off. He said, I never seen you on nothing. I never seen you with Snoop. I never seen you Too Short. I never seen you. She was pissed. I laughed so hard at that. That was so good.
How big of a deal is it now for a comedian to have a special? Does it even matter?
Well, it's funny you said that, man. Specials are good. I just got signed for a Netflix special.
Okay.
And the reason I just took it, I was gonna do it myself. Like, film it, make them buy it. You know what I'm saying? But they offered it to me. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, I think, around August. So
they shoot in Atlanta?
No. We're gonna go somewhere else. I wanna go somewhere somebody think I'm a superstar. You know what I'm saying? In Atlanta, I'm just average. What's up, Bruce? What's happening, man? You know, they see me in the grocery store, Bruce, what's happening? But I go somewhere like Chicago or Texas. Oh my God, that's where I want to go. In Atlanta, it's my city. I love it. I still live there, and I had a place in LA for like 30 years. LA is just LA. They make you pay for the weather. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything is just so high. It's just ridiculous.
It is.
I just got a couple more questions. You know, there's a stigma about black comedians wearing dresses to be funny or having to wear a dress to get to that next level. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I did. It's funny you said that. I did a TV show that I taped one time, never came out. It's called Bruce Bounty Hunters. I was a bounty hunter. I played a bounty hunter. I played a preacher called Reverend Get Money. It was Reverend Get Money. And I played a mother named Mother Marshall, which was crazy. But Mother Marshall was a real lady in my church that I mimicked. I copied off her. And I also played, I did it in Indianapolis. And I did not feel comfortable in that dress. You know what I'm saying? At all. And some people could do it. Some people, if it worked for you, it do it. Flip Wilson did it when he did Geraldine. You know, because Flip Wilson's show was a variety show, which I love because it wasn't a black show. It was a show for everybody. And that's what people got to understand. But if they want to dress up in a dress, do your thing. You know, but that's not my thing. Tyler Perry made it big. He's one of the best. But to me, I love Tyler Perry. But Joe is funnier than Tyler Perry. Than my dear.
Oh.
When he plays Joe, when he plays Joe,
Joe is funny.
Joe is funny.
Yep.
Joe have an oxygen tank.
Yep. And
smoking weed, coughing, and I say thank you, Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So when he plays Joe is the funniest dude. That's just me.
I think I love Madea a lot with Joe too.
Yeah, I love Madea, but Joe's
funny to you.
Oh my God. Joe is funny.
And see, back then, when we used to see people in their dresses, or even see like when they used to do Men on Film on A Living Color, it was just funny. Like,
Yeah, it was
I
funny.
never thought nothing of it.
Men on Film was the thing. Remember when they talked about Moby Dick? Moby Dick. That gets 2 snaps and a kiss and a roundabout. You remember they did that?
And the twist, yeah.
Yeah, the twist, yeah.
Why do you have to say your name twice?
Because my mom used to call me twice. My mama said, if I call you the 3rd time, I'm going to kill you. So, my mother said, if I call you 3 times, you're going to die today. And my mother was a little woman, about 140. I mean, she was just, but loving and knew how to make a way out of no way. Most mothers do. That's why it's always good when you do get successful and you start making money, make sure you take care of your mom. And one thing you got to realize, it don't take much like you think it does.
That's right.
People think like, well, I got to do that. No, your mama don't want that much. She just want to make sure she's okay, she's comfortable, and she got a little money. My mother, the last 20 years of her life, I made sure she was straight. Didn't pay no bills, nothing. But it didn't take much. But then when your family members found out about it, they start trying to use you too. You know, my mom going through something. Well, that's your mother. This one is mine.
Well, there you have it. Well, there you have it. It's Bruce.
Yeah, we've been trying to get Bruce up here for a minute, man, because, you know, I've always just respected you as a comedy legend, man.
That's right, man.
You're an icon, so salute
I
to you,
agree.
Bruce.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
man.
for coming.
It's
Love and
Bruce.
respect.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Yes, the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, and it's time for Pass the Aux.
Go, go, go. DJ, cause that's my DJ. Say go, DJ, cause that's my DJ.
Yeah, DJ, come spin, now come spin.
Big Nyla.
What's up, guys?
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. I'm so sad it's our last day. I really love coming in here.
This is the last Pass the Aux of the new year. Y'all have to be very intentional with your words.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, this is the last Pass the Aux of the
new
segment
year.
of the
This
of
your last day.
2024.
Feliz Navidad.
Like the drones just gonna start shooting
Black
and dropping bombs, and it's our last day.
What?
No.
No.
Don't even speak that over here, please.
That's what I just told you.
I know, but you just made it worse. You made it diabolical. Okay,
You are so
anyway.
pessimistic. It's the holidays. What are we even talking about right now?
Yeah, all I was just saying is
not a bell jingles.
Everybody
up there.
can't have the same optimism as your
Not a
hairdresser,
bell.
Lauren. Okay? Every time you walk in there, she thinks she can do something that she can't.
oh my
All right.
God. Okay, I don't know what's
the
going
same way
on.
when you try to reach above the fridge. It's cool.
Yes,
All right,
that
let's
is
go.
true. That's
Go ahead, Nyla. Come
Be
on.
optimistic.
Lord have mercy.
What are you lighting fire for?
Say he got to burn sage. You need to be burning sage because the energy
You
in
going
here
to
this
hell
morning.
anyway. You going to
Yeah.
hell. Don't even celebrate Christmas.
Well, all right. I want to get into this artist named DC the Don. I actually just interviewed him on my podcast, We Need to Talk, and I really loved his energy. So make sure you guys check that out. But my favorite record off of his tape called Rebirth, it's called Fly Enough to Be Virgil.
Okay, I like that. He said a false prophet tried to tell him it's about the money. And he said, what, forget that, I got purpose? I like that.
Yeah.
How much money was it?
Oh my God! Stop.
Nah, for real. Like when you doing stuff that is creative, or you doing stuff that you actually want to impact people. As soon as you start talking money, God leaves the room.
Oh wow!
I believe that.
Yeah.
He's young too, young and wise. So shout out to
Where
DC
you
the
from?
Don. Don't give me the lion. It's towards the West Coast, but not the West Coast, like a Arizona.
I would hope it was
Indiana
DC,
type
but
of-
no.
Why you was hoping it's Oh, LOL. Okay. All right. Next we got
Milwaukee, you said?
Oh,
you said-
Milwaukee?
Yes, he's from Milwaukee.
shout out to Milwaukee. All right. Next we got Rat-a-Tat by Denzel Curry and 03 Greedo.
So that's the flip on the King Von. Took it to the gotta drop. Okay, I like that.
Sound like it.
Yeah, it does sound like it.
I didn't
Even the
peep
flow.
that actually until you
Yeah.
said that, but yeah, it does. Okay, so yes, Denzel Curry, 03 Greedo. Next, we're gonna get into our R&B bag. Jacquees and Dej Loaf, I think, are gonna come back and give us another joint mixtape. But the single that they dropped so far is called "Just Another Love Song."
I like that. How long has it been since Better in the Club?
Man, it's been at least.
You know you're on the radio, Lauren.
What?
She talking to you like y'all just talking one on
Sorry,
one.
because it was my intrusive thought of like I was remembering that time and when that
It was a great
the Better
era.
in the club.
Yeah.
And even when they play now, it's still lit, so it doesn't feel like they haven't made music together in a while. They just a good duo.
I feel like it's almost been like 10 years too.
That's crazy how much that song take you back.
Yes. Good time. That's why I'm excited for the tape. I'm glad they're both getting back active again, especially for Dej, because I haven't heard from her.
And Daisy hasn't put out music in a long time. Those are some good bops you picked this morning. Now.
Wait, I got one more.
Okay,
this is my last one. This is from an artist named Sailor. She's been going viral. She's this Asian girl, but she sings.
She in the Navy?
What?
Which Navy?
What does that got to do with anything?
I would have never guessed she was Asian.
Her voice is beautiful.
I know. It's great, but that's why the internet is like googling and gagging over it. Like,
I've never heard an Asian sing, ever.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it. I've never heard an Asian sing. Have you ever heard an Asian sing?
Well, shout out to Sailor. I'm super excited to see where she takes her career because her video went viral. Now everybody's trying to hop on the bandwagon.
She dope too. Her aesthetic is fine.
Aesthetic is dope. She wears like these black grills.
Yeah. It's like anime.
Yeah, it's kind of anime-ish, but someone told me that it's like normal in their culture.
Oh,
to wear black grills?
To have like black, they paint their teeth black, but I'm not sure why.
So y'all got a problem with blackface but not black teeth. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't consistent. That's your problem.
Ain't this a holiday episode?
Y'all not consistent. Nyla, give me your Instagrams and stuff.
Yes, make sure you guys follow me on the gram at NYLASYMONEEE. If you guys like the music you heard, all you gotta do is click the link in bio, and all of it will be right there. And then also shout out to SZA because I know she dropped the deluxe today. I just wasn't able to cover it because I don't have the songs.
You've been giving real Newport 100 energy all this little segment.
I know,
okay?
real black and mild.
Like I'm confused. You don't champ the black either.
Why are you saying that to Nyla?
I'm talking to you.
Talking
the way
to
you've been handling this.
You don't smell like smoke to me,
I know,
Nyla.
I know. I smell good and
Nothing
look
about
good.
you
She's
smells
talking
like
about
smoke.
you.
That's
Newport
crazy.
100. Like,
I'm
confused
you giving Newport
where your
energy.
energy
That
is.
is
It's the
disgusting.
holidays,
Talking
sir.
about
That is disgusting.
A jingle a bell somewhere.
Happy holidays. DJ Envy's coming up next with the People's Choice Mix, even though he's not really here, but I'm sure he left something. It's the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. All right. Well, you got a positive note?
I do, man. The positive note comes from late, great Colin Powell. I love this because I live this and I want everybody to apply this to their life. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Listen to what I just said. If you're going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. You got to be excellent with the so-called little things before you can be excellent with the so-called big things. Because excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude. Have a blessed day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?